Alright, so we're back at the bamboo farm we built last episode. And as you can see, I filled it up and we are basically filled to the brim with bamboo. As you can see, they all stopped at 16, which is what we needed. And if you looked very closely there, you would have saw something. But I'm not going to replay it again. But what we did here is, I only had one of these, right? I only planned to have one of them. Then I had this strange idea in my head that one isn't enough and I need to build 3 more of them. So now we have 4 of these. So total we have 64 stacks of bamboo that needed to be placed to place all this, because they're 16 long by 64. So if we combine them all together, we have 64 by 64, which is a lot. I realize that, yes, but this kind of looks kind of cool. So if you just go up into the sky a little bit, I'm gonna look down. You can see like how amazing it just looks. It's just ridiculous. Now you're gonna be asking why? Why? Well, because the smelter I want to build on top of this, because we're gonna build the smelter on top of this. It's going to use it's either going to use 8 stacks of furnaces or 16 stacks of furnaces. I haven't designed it yet. I'm going to wing it and hope for the best. But it did take a lot of rails and stuff like that, so I didn't quite get all the gold I needed, so I kind of did dupe somewhere else with this rail duper right here. I only duped the gold power rails and these ones, the detector rails, because the regular rails are nothing to me because of that iron farmer there. But yep, so we're going to start on the smelter on top of this, so I'm probably going to put another glass roof on top of all of these, just so like we can look at the bamboo from above as well. But I'm probably going to be standing around in this area and have the items plop on me. So what we're going to do next is we're going to build the dispensers, or the droppers of the items, which you can see right here. So we're going to hook those up to a water stream and then shoot them up a corner up into the loading area where we'll have the minecarts. So I gotta get work on that and then I'll bring you guys back. Alright, so for these dispensers, to get the items out of them at a fairly fast rate and tileable, so only the one that needs to activate activates, what we need to do is we need to take the comparator output from the dropper, which is what we're doing right here, and then it would power this block right here, which has a sticky piston on it, so that sticky piston would extend, pushing the observer up. Then we're going to have another observer. We place it right, that's up, yeah, if we place it facing into that block, we would get the observer clock, which would then power this hopper up here, which would then in turn power the dropper, because the hopper is considered a solid block. So what we gotta do is place all these observers across in a line like that. And then we need to get inside there. I shouldn't be here. I definitely should not be here. And then we're going to look at the closest spot as we can, spam left click, and then all these should be in the right place. I can do that for all 4 of them now, so I'll go do that, and then I'll be back with you to start the water streams. Okay, so all the dropper dispensers are completed. So what we can do now is we can actually start putting in the water streams that will transport all this bamboo that we're going to get up to the smelter, which will be more than likely right on top of where the bamboo is. So I'm probably going to put, like I said, another glass roof on top of all this, and then above that a few blocks will probably start the smelter, and it'll probably have like a stack of furnaces on that side, a stack of furnaces down that side, as well as each one. So we have like 8 stacks of furnaces we can use. But I'm not sure if I want to do a stack here, and then like 2 stacks and 4 stacks for each one. I'm not sure. It all depends on how much cobblestone I have and how much redstone supplies, since it does use a lot of redstone supplies. So, I mean, it'll probably end up being 1 stack on that side, 1 stack on that side, so 8 stacks of furnaces in total. But if you see more than that, I will definitely let you know. But it's usually probably going to be the 8 stacks of furnaces. So we're going to do these water streams real quick. Show you how I do this. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there we go into the middle. So we can't really redirect it. So we're going to have to drop it down 1 block right here. Like that. And then we can put some glass in front of all of this. Like so. And then we can take this and move it out towards, we're going to use this little gap right here on each side. So we're going to need a packed ice there, and I actually have to go get some soul sand because we do need that to allow us to get the super fast water stream that goes vertical. So we have the soul sand. We need to place it right there, right where the little hole is. And then we can take this glass, bring that down like this. And we're going to surround the soul sand, and then bring it across over here. We're going to use an ender pearl to hit right there. And I don't think I can reach that far. Block that off for a second so I can go this way and do the same thing. And there we go. So hopefully they do. It doesn't. Okay, so make a few modifications to this water stream because we want the water, so this would be a dead spot, we don't want that. We need to try to redirect that somehow. I'm not 100% on how to do that, but what we can do is put a packed ice right here, the trapdoor and a trapdoor there, and place another water stream right here, and then we gotta just pillar that up with ice all the way. But I'm going to try to figure this out, then I'll be right back. Okay, so all the 4 towers are in for the water streams and the item elevators. And I did just finish putting in all the minecarts. So now we have 64 minecarts running around here. And I did notice that some of the minecarts were occasionally getting stuck. So I did put a row of torches on the back, redstone torches on the back, just to constantly power that rail on the back so that the rail wouldn't like have a chance to get unpowered and then the minecart would get stuck there. So that is what I did, and now I want to do a test where we launch all of these and see how much bamboo we get. Alright, so that idea kind of flopped because I realized to put the trapdoor there it would also send it off, so there's no reason to put that redstone stuff. We're just going to place a block and be prepared for a slideshow. This is going to be really rough. But, you know, I try to do something like cool and everything, and then it just all falls apart. So we're just going to do it the regular way. We're going to place a block there. And I already see my frames are going downhill. Oh my goodness, I can barely walk. That's only 2 of them. Oh, yeah, we're at 1 FPS now, basically. Can I get the 4th? Slowly. Yep, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna sit here and watch the 2 FPS. Okay, so we did manage to stabilize after all the flying machines returned. You can see some of them still haven't even block updated yet at the corners. I can't tell if it didn't get harvested or if it... Let's say it didn't get harvested. That's fine. It's the same on all sides, but you can see the amount of bamboo if we try to hop into spectator mode real quick. Not creative, no, spectator. You see some bamboo is getting stuck here. So maybe if I put some packed ice, it would get fixed, but I'm not sure. I didn't test it with all this. But it does seem to only happen in a few locations, which is just those, well, 3 out of 4 of them, so it's not a few. Well, it is a few, but if we just look up here at the entity, yeah, it's not showing very many. I mean, if you go to one of the other sides, well, it's actually not giving us a good estimate, so probably go in survival. It's not as much bamboo as I expected. It must be losing a lot, because that's nowhere near enough or adding up to what I thought it would be. This should be way more. So I want to try to figure out what's wrong here. I just got a full inventory just from that, so something's not going right here. But to do that, it will require me to put this whole thing on hold for this rest of the episode and build something that will help me fix this solution, because it will require a bunch of wood. So I'm gonna make a simple tree farm that should, in theory, allow me to craft the amount of pistons I need to fix this. I can only hope at this point, but I'm gonna build that up, and then I am gonna AFK, and then we can fix this farm up, and then in the next episode we will probably start working on the smelter, because that would also require a lot of wood with all the hoppers and chests and everything like that, and pistons rather too. So this is definitely needed to complete the farm. So we're gonna sidetrack to this for a little bit, and then definitely in the next episode we'll start with the smelter and everything. So I'll get to it. Okay, so we spent a little bit of time, built this tree farm by El Mango, of course. Every farm I build is usually by El Mango because his videos are just amazing. But now it's time to test it for the first time. And I haven't built one of these since 1.13, so I'm hoping it still works. But yeah, I'm a little nervous because all everything involves TNT, always can blow something up and everything can go wrong. But everything looks right compared to his in the test world that I have. But I mean, we're gonna try it now. So of course, link the description for this video will be in the description. But yeah, check it out, it's amazing. And here we go, we're gonna test it out. Get some stone bricks that were in there, but we place the sapling on the dirt. We get a tree. TNT was duped. And it worked. Now it's time to test it. Okay, so a little AFK session. It was maybe like 5 minutes if that. We got some logs, so I mean it's not fast, it's not 100% reliable. Obviously, because it's not, you're not collecting every single item. And some of the items get stuck on the tree. But I mean, it's working, so that's all I'm happy about. That's all I'm happy about. And so what this allows us to do, so I'm probably gonna use an auto clicker to continuously place saplings while I go do some stuff. And so we're gonna use this wood to craft some pistons that we will be using to fix our problem we have over there. with the minecarts not getting stopped on the tracks. So I'm gonna go AFK for a little bit, get some more of this wood, and then we can continue with fixing that. And then once we fix the unloaders, we'll probably call it there, and then in the next episode we'll work on the furnace array above the bamboo. So yeah. Right, so I figured out what was happening is that when these pistons extended back across, there were still items being transferred into the hoppers, so that it would get a quick pulse, and then the repeater would give a quick pulse to the track, only allowing it to go for like a second, and it gets stuck right here. So what I did is I added a detector rail, so that when the minecart gets there, it'll power this powered rail. I'm hoping this will fix it. Not 100%, I didn't test it yet. And now all my minecarts are gone. Wait. Well, that's new. That's different. They were just... I'm gonna get more minecarts, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what happened, but... So I just added those detector rails to make sure, hopefully, that the minecart would get enough power to be sent on its way again. I'm hoping, but yeah. Then we're gonna test it again once all this bamboo grows again. So hopefully, fingers crossed. Okay, so we're pretty much filled up again, so I'm gonna try this for one last time. If this does not work, I don't know what to do from here, because this has worked so many other times when I've built similar things to this. But I don't know anymore. But here we go. Alright, so our frames just smoothed it out. We only got 16 items left to be transferred, and then we should see all of these pistons retract. There we go. And as you can see, the bamboo flows in at ridiculous rates. Just look at that, and that's only 1/4 of it. This one over there, one over there, this one was that one over there. So the bamboo amounts are insane. And all of it's not even collected yet. This sits in the minecarts one more time to collect all the bamboo that is needed. Well, not needed, but that'll be harvested. Since I'm going to pull out my phone while this is going and see how much bamboo actually is here. So every harvest should be about 60,000 bamboo, I believe, so if I did the calculation correctly. 27 stacks. When we go to the top right here, boop, filled. You know, in the same one we just went in, there's like 50 million bamboo in there. So bamboo is not a problem for us at all. So, and everything got re-extended, so I want to go check and make sure that all of the minecarts are off and not stuck. And it looks like it is. That one's fine. I don't usually extend that one. It looks like that fixed it. After all that struggling, it fixed it. And if you're wondering why some of them don't get launched, it's because I don't have a sticky piston here, because I can't fit one to go this way and that way at the same time. So we sacrifice a little bit of bamboo, but it's not a big deal since we have so much of it. And now, since all the bamboo is collected, we have to wait for this to go through its cycle again. I have a different idea for a clock. I used it in my last bamboo farm, in my Big Dumb Farms one. And I'm thinking about using it here because I think it will work really well. But I'm not 100% on it yet. If this will probably change if I decide to do it and if it works. But that's going to do it. We're going to work on the smelter area in the next episode. Since we have our tree farm, we can craft all the hoppers we need to now. And all the pistons. But yeah, I'm so glad I fixed it. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Like, subscribe, all those sorts of things, and I'll see you in the next one.